Coliseum. Offensively, I've been extremely impressed with Ian Book and what he's been able to accomplish. To be put into service and to show the efficiency and the leadership and really the great decision making that he's made through this campaign speaks volumes. He's got some tremendous skill around him, but to have the efficiency of that quarterback, I think has really led them very well. Defensively, without question, I think it's the best front seven that we have faced to date. We've seen Tillery for a number of years now, and he gets better and better and better with each year, and is surrounded by 4 or 5 dynamic NFL football players. So, the ability to run the ball and be able to protect the quarterback in this game is going to be critical against that defense. We look at it as a tremendous opportunity. Can't wait to get there. I thought the kids did a tremendous job of prepping today for it. Nothing has changed for them. We treat each week like the championship week, and I really have been pleased with how they prepped today. From the injury standpoint, the guys that were held, Jake Lichtenstein was held for a shoulder injury. Jay Tufeli is fighting through a foot and ankle sprain. John Houston was held due to a hamstring strain. Greg Johnson is going to have shoulder surgery that will end his season. Ced Ware was limited today due to a shoulder. Josh Fowler was limited due to a knee. Trayvon Sidney just had an illness. Chuma Doga was back for us practicing today, which is great. And Elijah Barrett Tucker is fighting through a knee. With that, I'll take any questions that you got.
Coach, how would you describe the mood of the team just together and at practice today?
Well, one of the things that I really appreciate is the brotherhood that they share. We're all disappointed in where we're at right now, but one of the things that I feel from the team is they want to be able to do something special for our seniors, our team, and our university. I think anytime that you're playing for a Shillelagh in a rivalry game in this type of atmosphere, it's exciting and it's a great opportunity. So are we disappointed by some of the close losses we've had down the stretch here? Yes, we are, but I appreciate how well they came out and worked today in preparation for a big game for us.
I was just talking to JT, and he was fully taking responsibility for his mistakes, some of the offensive mistakes. Do you feel the guys are all doing that themselves?
Well, I tell you, one of the things is, we have Tell the Truth Monday, and we look ourselves in the mirror, and we can all be thinking about it. Every one of us, from players to staff to everybody. When you lose a close game like that, you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, man, I wish I could have done this just a little bit better. And the thing that I have been so impressed with JT about has been his poise and maturity through adversity, and that's what good quarterbacks do. They shoulder the blame. If they make a mistake, they own it, and they learn from it, they fix it, and move on.
What do you want to do better this next week?
One football game. I want to be able to, continue to help these kids as hard as I can, give as much effort and focus as I can to help them win a big game, which is a big game in our mind. Anytime that you play Notre Dame in this type of rivalry, this type of history, you just want to give your utmost effort and try to fix the little things that need to be fixed to get over the top.
Clay, what has this season taught you?
It's really taught me, that how important leadership is during adversity and being the same guy. Because when you're dealing with 18 to 21-year-olds, it reminded me that when times are good, it's easy. But when you're dealing with adversity, it reveals who you truly are. And, to be able to show an 18 to 21-year-old how to be a pro when things aren't good, to be able to shoulder the blame, to be able to say, you know what, we are disappointed, and we are going to get it fixed, and it is going to get better, and there are going to be better days ahead, rather than pointing fingers. That's what pros do, and it's been a season of learning for all of us, as both staff and players. And better days are ahead, and I'm looking forward to them.
Michael Pittman was saying he's planning to come back for his senior year. Have you started talking to guys about their future plans, NFL, junior guys?
Yeah, usually I've talked with Pitt a little bit, and I'll talk with others after this game. As soon as your final regular season game is done, you're able to file for your juniors. And so after this week, we'll sit down with those guys that have the ability that we think will play on Sundays, whether it's this year or the following year. And get them the right information about what the NFL office says, what general managers say, what they're thinking about, where their areas of growth are. And there's some kids that will do that. I mean, we had 10 kids last year. I don't know if it'll be that high a number, but we'll sit down with those individuals.
Feel good about having Pitt back?
Definitely. You're talking about a special individual that I think is just starting to tap into his potential. I really do. He's a kid that is learning the position. Was a two-way player in high school, and is really a kid that reminds me of kind of a Juju Smith, a kid that has a defensive mentality, that has just unbelievable explosiveness and ability to garner the ball. So he's a kid that I think with another year is going to be well on his way to being something truly special on Sundays.
Clay, how important will it be this week to be patient with the running game, knowing how good their front seven is?
Hey, they do a tremendous job of being able sometimes just to rush forward and stop the run. Everybody was struggling. I thought last week was a really, really impressive game for Syracuse, because Syracuse is a good football team, and Syracuse even tried to spread it out and tried to open up some air, and it still wasn't there. So you do have to have patience. You don't need to be hard-headed when they load the box, but you do have to have patience to be able to fit that ball in there and let good runners run. You take the ugly 4, 5, 6 yards that come with it, and hopefully get to those third and manageables where you convert.
So what would you say, like, the most important improvement that JT can make as a quarterback?
I think there's a bunch of things that I cannot wait to get him to training camp, and Jack, and I can't wait to be able to work. He's had one training camp where he had to compete with 2 other guys, and unlike some other guys we've had around here that have been midterm graduates, he had one camp and it was a competition. To be able to take him, he's learned so much this year already. To be able to get him to a spring camp and another fall camp, it's just going to leaps and bounds where he's going to be at. Things that I know he wants to be able to improve on is his core strength, going from an 18-year-old to a more grown man. The ability to improve his footwork in the pocket even more, his ability to throw on the run, the ability to, he's really doing a nice job as this season goes on of not being decisive right at the beginning of the snap, but seeing the defense and seeing what happens, whether it's too high, rolling to one eye, and making those decisions post-snap, and diagnosing the defenses. He's getting better with each game with that. That's where the big steps, that's the hardest step to take. So I'm really looking forward to getting him to spring ball and improving even more. Okay.